We live in an environment that always has toxicity in it to some extent, but we know what the levels are that are dangerous to human health. So if the water is treated and diluted so that the radioactive hydrogen isotope tritium is actually in there to a level that isn't harmful to the environment, to the aquatic ecosystem, and to humans, and that has been acceptable by an independent advisory committee, then as far as I'm concerned, once that is signed off on by the scientific community, this really isn't of concern to human health in the way that it's being made out to be.
This is another sort of unfortunate case that's being turned into geopolitics and also a typical showcase of double standards from the US side. As we all know, as more data information being released more and more in the last couple of weeks with this particular situation, we know there's a tremendous risk, and there's also not adequate transparency to the international community at all. But the US government, coming out saying there is enough transparency, appreciating the transparency disclosure from the Japanese government. That's so ridiculous. The other thing I think, the biggest challenge so far probably is this lack of trust and credibility issue, right? And so who should be the final judge about this decision, right? Who we should listen to? As we all know so far, Japanese government, the operating company, Japan Electric Power, even as IAEA, they do not really have the level of credibility or trust actually from not only people within the country, but also from global community. So China has made a statement very clearly and very strongly. And very importantly, I think we need to call for immediate actions of all key stakeholders coming together to have a discussion, a dialogue, and come up with a solution rather than leaving everything to the Japanese government.